Now, what did your parents do for a living?
My mom had a lot of jobs. Like, she worked everywhere in Atlanta. Literally, I can't even name them. But my dad stayed at where he working at for about probably his whole life, from what I know. But my mom worked everywhere.
And what type of jobs did each have?
I mean, my mom worked at like a lot of fast foods, younger growing up. Now she do music and stuff other than that. But like she had a lot of 9-to-5 jobs growing up.
And your father?
Same where he working at now. Little office job. Yeah.
And what kind of field is your father in?
The warehouse. He's like a supervisor.
Okay.
Good stuff going on, yeah.
And when you mention your mom and music, is she a recording artist in front of?
Yeah, she's a recording artist. She makes music. Yeah.
She is a recording artist.
Yep.
Popular?
I mean, in her age group, very popular. Yeah, I can say that actually.
Care to share her music name, her stage name?
Ivy Ray. That's her name.
And you do music as well now?
Yeah, I do.
Did they want, your parents, did they want you to follow in their footsteps in their fields of work or their line of work?
I mean, actually, my father always told me to be better than him growing up. Like, he told me never to be just like him, to be better. So I actually took that into, live by that.
What is your mother's reaction to you doing music now?
Really, she just found out. I'm sure she's happy that I'm doing it, I'm sure she's proud that I took this change and start doing music, really, to be honest with you.
How'd she find out?
I really just told her I started rapping, like, really. I just told her, I was like, one day I was just like, come on, I'm just gonna start rapping. I'm sure she probably just blew it over one ear out the other, but yeah.
She raps too or sings?
She do both, actually.
One more than the other?
I mean, she grew up singing, I could say, but she switched to little raps here and there. But singing, yeah.
She is older than you.
Most definitely.
Do you look for consultation from her, advice from her on the music side of things, or?
Advice will always be good coming from someone that's been rapping and doing music longer than I have. But really, I just want to get my feet wet and find out on my own.
Is it competitive between you guys?
Oh man, me and my mom just alike. Like, we're literally 4 birthdays apart, like 4 days apart. But she's my twin, so yeah, we're always competitive with each other.
In the American society, financially, would you describe your upbringing?
Like my upbringing, like.
Yeah, you growing up. Would you describe it as poor, lower middle class, upper middle class, or rich?
Look at me. What you think? You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to assume here. I don't want to make any assumptions.
I mean, I wouldn't say I was poor, but like, I had to hustle and get it. Like, when I moved out, when I moved with my mom and dad, we was learning how to hustle, get our own. So I wouldn't say I was poor. I was like middle class. Like, oh yeah, we got shoes for Christmas and stuff, but at the end of the day, we still got to hustle and get our own.
And did your family stay in that middle class throughout your life growing up, or did they go up or down that ladder there?
We stayed in that, but eventually we gonna be up there. We gonna be up there for sure.
At this point, personally yourself, are you in middle class? Are you upper middle?
I'm rich as fuck.
You are.
I'm rich as hell. Millticket, for sure.
What was middle class like for you?
You
kind of hinted at it with the shoes and things.
Middle class is really growing up in middle class is really like really a hit or miss. You get sometimes you get games, clothes, shoes. Sometimes you don't get nothing. You gotta wait on your turn. So really, it's like that really with middle class.
What was the biggest obstacle you faced money-wise, middle class, if any?
What you mean by that?
What was the biggest obstacle you faced money-wise?
I don't even know. I always used to get money from my folks growing up. So I really had to learn how to hustle and get it on my own. Like, I want to say when I was like 18. So yeah, I used to get money from my folks. It wasn't no really obstacle.
And you mentioned hustling.
Right.
What's your definition of hustling?
Man, hustling. It's too much money out here not to be made. You gotta go get it by any means. You gotta go make your money.
For you, is that legal or illegal?
It's legal for sure, for sure.
And how young did it start for you? Earning money.
18.
And you go the job route.
Right.
What did that job resume look like for you?
It was pretty great. I started working at McDonald's, you know. Everybody started working at McDonald's, you know. Everybody. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody worked at McDonald's. And after that, well, I worked a restaurant, then some cars and stuff. Yeah, like that.
What restaurant?
It's called Old Charlie's.
And what car gig?
It's called Caliber Collision. You work on cars and stuff, move parts, stuff like that, really, to be honest.
Your first job was at McDonald's. How'd you get introduced? Do you remember?
I think it was a job fair. I think I just got out of school and my mom was like, oh yeah, you're 18, you need to get up and get your ass a job. Yeah.
And what was your position at McDonald's?
I was shift leader. I was on the table, flipping patties. I was doing everything. I was fire. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was fire. Like I was making McChickens with mac sauce. I was going crazy, Smallz. I'm telling you. You'll eat one of my burgers too.
How long did you work there?
I worked there for about 6 months, then I got fired.
For what?
So my manager told me to wipe the table off, and I told her I already did. She told me to shut up, clock out, I'm fired. And I threw a patty at her. And my mom and stuff came. Okay, we raised hell, and I got banned from there.
Did you really wipe the table?
Yeah, I did. I actually did.
Now, did you do prior instances where it would lead to a firing, or just one accusation of not wiping down her table or not obeying by that request or command that could easily lead to a firing such as that?
I'm not even gonna lie to you, Smallz. I was not listening up there. So I already know I was on my last strike. So after that, I already knew what was coming.
Do you think they were looking for a reason to fire you, or that just so happened to be the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak?
They was looking for a reason to fire me. Everybody hate on people, so I knew she was hating.
And you had 3 jobs. Did you ever work one job? Let me rephrase. Did you always work one job after another, or did you work any jobs at the same time?
I actually worked that restaurant job and the car job at the same time. But I did that for like a couple weeks, and I just said, man, I can't do this job stuff. I'm done.
So you end up quitting both or getting fired?
I actually quit the restaurant job, then I got fired from a car job. Yeah.
And why'd you get fired from the car gig?
Boy, it's a long story, Smallz. I'm gonna tell you. It's a long story. Just know my mama know why. And when she see this, she know why.
Were any of the jobs that you've had tough?
Tough? Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Jobs really, as long as you do your job, it's easy as it could be.
Were any of the jobs you did dangerous?
Yeah, dealing with them car parts, ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, them things give me cuts on my hands back then. Like, I had to wear gloves, all that. Like, for real. Like, I came home with cuts on my hands, wrists, all that for real, for car parts.
Did you ever see someone get seriously hurt?
Mm-mm.
And you never got hurt yourself? Aside from the cuts?
Yeah, just the cuts. It really wasn't nothing else.
What would actually cut you?
Like, the hoods of cars, like say you switching out a bumper and it's like metal, like on an old school car, it'll cut you and whatever. You don't got no, like protective gear on and stuff like that, really.
Why didn't you wear protective gear?
Man, shit, I'm a nigga, I'm old, I ain't finna, war wounds, really, to be honest.
If you had the protective gear on, would you have still gotten those cuts?
I don't know, to be honest. That's an interesting question. Interesting question.
And what was your role exactly at the car gig?
At first, I started off just throwing parts away. Then I got into building cars, fixing parts on cars and stuff. Cause at that time in life, I wanted to understand how to pick up that trade and do that. So it's like, why not learn it?
And what was your position at O'Charlie's?
Man, I was a server. Hey, Smallz, I had all the hoes. I'm telling you, at O'Charlie's, the folks know I had every table, good tips, for real, for real.
You would try to pick up women?
Oh yeah, for sure. I tell them, be like, hey, how you doing? You know, like what you want to get to drink? For sure, for sure. Oh, strawberry lemonade. Shit, what's your name? You know, stuff like that, really.
And were females welcome to that, or
Oh,
they
yeah.
did not like that?
Especially the mamas. The mamas love it. Like they be like, oh hey baby, how you doing? I'll be like, hey, how you doing, mama? You know.
So were you flirting for tips, or were you actually trying to pick these women up?
Man, both really. I ain't gonna lie. Some mamas in there looking right. Like real deal. Like real deal.
And did you end up picking some women up?
Yeah, I actually did. That's the crazy part. Like really, one of them is my ex. Like one of my exes, to be real.
How long did that relationship last?
A little month or two. I do. Like a little month or two.
Why'd you guys break up?
I ain't even gonna lie to you, Smallz. I just got tired of her, to be real with you. Like she got too annoying, too attached, and I wasn't like ready for that yet. So I had to let her know like I'm cool off you.
Did you give her warnings before you cut her off, or?
Nah, to be honest. I just told her what was up, like when I was ready to go.
And she was okay with that?
Mm-hmm. Well, nah, she wasn't. But I made it okay.
So would you say you guys broke up on bad terms,
Yep.
no terms, or good terms?
We actually broke up on bad terms, but it's like we communicate here and there, you know, so yeah, we cool or whatever, but like it won't happen again though.
And was this one of the mamas that you actually picked up, or?
Nah, I wanted it to be her mama though. Hey, her mama bad. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like big booty, everything. Like, man, I'm telling you, Smart. Like you'll probably talk to her. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, but so happily I got the daughter. It's not turned out what I want it to be.
Did she know you had a thing for her mother?
Nah, I always used to tell her that her mama booty was big though. I used to be like, hey bro, your mama ass fat. Like I want that. She'd be like, stop playing. That's my mama.
And since we're on the subject of females, no disrespect to this next question,
What's up, Smallz?
but I don't want to assume. What is your sexuality?
Smallz. Smallz. I'm straight as a line. Smallz, what's wrong? Man, what's going on with you, man? Stop playing with me. For real. Stop playing.
Not playing, just stating for the record.
Right.
Now, what was the best thing about any of these jobs?
Man, ain't even like it's the females. Like really, like at McDonald's, there used to be females come through the window. Used to be like, "Shit, what's up?" Come through the front, "What's up?" Restaurant, serve them. Hey, how you doing? The job. Hey, when females break their car, I ain't gonna lie to you. So I had this one car I had to fix. She had drawers inside the car. She had deodorant, half off deodorant. She had drawers, bras, wigs in the back. So when I seen her, she had like a little Georgia State hood. I'm like, oh, she cute, but your car is nasty, shawty. Like what you got going on?
We're talking used draws or brand new
Man,
draws?
Small, I tell you, her car, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, Small, her car stink. Like it was like, like you wouldn't even, man, ugh. I forgot all about. That's crazy. I forgot all about that.
But you still tried to pull her.
Nah. Like she was cute. So it's like when you see a cute female, you're automatically thinking like, okay, cool, what's up, mom? But I thought about the car. I was like, nah.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, what was the worst thing about any of these jobs?
The managers. Man.
Worse than getting cuts at the car place?
Man, them managers are so, Man, I had both of my managers at my restaurant, my restaurant job and my car job. I feel like they were racist. Real deal. I feel like they were racist.
Now, let's say somebody's watching this interview and they're a manager.
Right.
And these bad managers that you experienced, where were they again? Which job?
The restaurant job and the
O'Charlie's?
O'Charlie's. Oh yeah, the O'Charlie's and the car job.
Okay, the car job.
Right.
Let's say a manager of a car spot or an O'Charlie's or a restaurant of that nature is watching this. How can one be a good manager? Is there anything you would say to a manager watching this that may be a bad manager too that you would suggest? Any suggestions to be a good manager at their...
Let the servers be, really like let everybody work at their own pace. Like don't force them to do anything. Like let them handle their business. We all grown. We all know what we're doing. So let us handle our business. Let us make our money and you'll make yours.
Which one paid the best?
Neither, to be real with you.
Which one paid the worst?
All of them.
Any crazy stories, anything out of the norm other than what we spoke about at any of these jobs?
Man, me and my brother, we always used to go outside and play manhunt. And like one of these days we was out, so we were supposed to go outside and play manhunt, right? It always used to be me, him, and some other guy that we ain't cool with no more. We stopped hanging around him. Mind you, I ain't come outside this night. So all I know, I'm like, man, like when my brother not in the house, I go outside. This man over here fighting. So my brother was in 3rd grade. So he like, what, 6, 7, I think? 8? I don't know how old he was, but he was like definitely under 10. He fighting a 6th grader, beating him up, like with a brick, beating him up. Hey, I'm telling you, man. So I'm at the point, so I'm watching the fight. I'm like, man, this man over here fighting. So I'll go jump in, whatever. You know, you gotta help your brother out. But like, really, he ain't need no help. He really up there handling his business. So really, that was really one crazy story.
And what age was he?
The 6th grader had to be like 12.
No. But
my brother?
Yeah.
He was like 7 or 8. One of them. For real.
And this was your actual sibling.
Yeah,
You're not just using the phrase.
This my brother. Like, yeah.
Older, younger?
My little brother, for real.
Care to share his name?
His name JJ. Yeah, he's my boy.
Does he do music at all?
He's in the scenery with it. Like he'd be around people that do music. He'd be around people.
Have you guys collaborated on something of some sort in some sort of capacity?
No, not really. Cause I just started, So really, I'm hoping we can.
Were you doing music during any of these jobs?
Nah. I wasn't even thinking about music. To be real.
I know you worked 6 months at McDonald's.
Right.
Was that the longest you worked at any of these 3 jobs?
Nah, I actually worked at the restaurant job for like a year, like a year and a half.
And why did you actually quit? Was it because it was 2 jobs at the same
really,
time?
I quit because I thought I was fine to the point like I could do Superman. Like I could go up at 7 in the morning to the car, get off at 3, go to the restaurant at 4, get off at 11, do it again. No, I couldn't do that. Mm-mm.
Because you had worked there for so long, why didn't you just keep working at that job instead of the car place?
I don't even know, to be real. Just really, to be honest. I walked out on the table. It was like a table of teenagers. That's really why I quit, to be real. Like, so it was like 6 teenagers, right? I told my manager I didn't want to get the table. Mind you, I'm cool with the teenagers that I, like the table I had, I realized who they was now. Like, this was a while back. I realized who they was, and I was like, damn, y'all couldn't tip me? Like, they tipped me $11, and their ticket was like $300. So I'm like, no, I'm finna walk out on that. You got me, I ain't know. Got me messed up for real.
And you literally quit right after that, or you worked the rest of the shift?
No, I walked out. Like, I dropped my apron right there. I said, I'm gone. I'm never coming back, and I never came back.
You made a scene?
Nah, I just walked out.
Where'd you put the apron?
I dropped it. I think I dropped it. Yeah, I dropped it.
People were looking for you, trying to call you.
Yeah, they was calling my phone. I was at the house. I got out the shower. I had like 13 missed calls, 20 missed calls. They was like, hey, where you at? Where you at? You got to tell you. I said, boy, I'm at the house. I swear, I'm at the house.
And this was another coworker or the actual manager?
This was actually like one of my day one friends growing up because I put them on to the job. So they was like, hey, where you at, bro? You know, I was like, I'm at the house. Yeah.
And do they inform management about what happened, or?
Nah, they ain't say nothing.
Did management even see this coming? Like where?
Yeah, they actually did see it come because they told me like a week before. They was like, I feel like you're going to quit. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to quit.
Now, because you worked at O'Charlie's,
Right.
Are you sick of their food?
Man, they food, ain't even gonna lie to you, they food nasty. Like, at first it was fire because the rolls was fire, but like now it's like, I wouldn't even eat it. Like, I haven't ate there since I quit.
What's nasty about it?
The food.
Just
Do not
doesn't
eat
taste
there.
good?
No, don't eat there. They nasty. It's just, me working there so long, it's like, nah, I can't eat. I promise you I won't eat O'Charlie's no more. I promise you I won't. Like, nah, I can't eat O'Charlie's.
When you say they're nasty, what do you mean by that, they're nasty?
Like, the food don't have taste, it's bland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you meant...
Nah, the chicken tenders good though, but like, oh, it's nasty too though. Like that, it's nasty like that too.
What do you mean?
Man, roaches and all that.
Roaches were at the O'Charlie's that you worked
Man,
at?
roaches is everywhere, Smallz. You know that. Roaches is everywhere. It just so happened it was at O'Charlie's. So happened it was just up there.
Where would they be?
Under the table, on the table, in the food, on the food, whatever.
Seriously?
Yeah, for real.
Did they have...
Yep.
Did they have... do you know what grade they were, this restaurant?
We were actually a B. You know what I'm saying? We were actually a B. Okay, so boom, right? Roaches are the little skinny ones, right? Oh, we had water bugs. The big ones, the big black ones. Like the ones you see at the house type. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, them. Yeah, them. Water bugs. They all the same, really. Roach, water bug, whatever.
And you actually saw it on the food?
Oh, yeah, for real. Like the lady screamed, like, oh, I got a roach on my food. I was like, that's a water bug.
Care to share which O'Charlie's this was in Atlanta?
Nope, can't even do that. I mean, you know what, man? Am I able to say fuck O'Charlie's?
It's your interview.
All right, yeah, for sure. Fuck O'Charlie's. It was the one in Fayetteville. For sure. Yeah.
If you could, would you ever consider owning any of the jobs you worked at?
I own McDonald's. Ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, McDonald's is like a 24-hour fast food restaurant, and they make so much money. I'll actually buy a McDonald's.
Okay, that's good there. All right, I want to ask you this. Oh, you have several tattoos on your face.
Yeah.
Did you have any of these facial tattoos while you were working any of these 3 jobs?
Nah, I actually started getting face tattoos this year, around like February, March.
Of 2020?
Yep.